All right, if for some reason you're still using Aero and you don't have an MDM iPad, you can open up that Aero app, which is the big globe here. Most of the time it will start off with this loading data sequence. It just starts off very slowly. As you can see, I have a big red thing over here that says that this cycle is not current. And so what I want to do is go to the data feature here, and I'm going to hit download, which is on the left. Now there's a couple different ways to do it. As an MDM iPad, if I connect to a commercial Wi-Fi, I can go ahead and make sure I'm on AWS, which is in the upper left-hand corner, AWS Fast Cloud Downloading, and then I want to select MDN and hit the connect button. If I am connected to commercial Wi-Fi, it will update and download the Aero data stuff information for me. However, if I'm not on an MDM iPad, or if I am at the squadron and I can't get to commercial internet, I can go to Aero Data Server and plug in the IP address if the discovery is not on. I have 10-0.1.2 port 555 and then hit connect button. And then it'll show me the different cycles. When I want to download those cycles, I make sure that the green button is highlighted. Right here, the global is not highlighted, but all of them should be highlighted. And then I can hit the download button. The downloading will start over here on the right. Once everything's downloaded, you'll see the in documents or loaded over here on the right-hand side. And then you can go up here to the upper right and hit done. Then you'll notice here there are three different things I would like you to look at. On the top, kind of on the left, there's an active cycle under data status, then a standby cycle. And then you'll have a kind of ready to load. So all that stuff that you just downloaded went to this ready to load section, as you can see here at the bottom. After that, what you want to do is go and move all that stuff to the standby. Here, my standby cycle has already got something in it, and it is out of date, so I'm going to go ahead and delete that. Now that cycle is done. Then I'm going to take everything and move to the standby, and it's going to go through its little cycle of validating files and swapping it over. After you load everything, it'll go to the standby cycle. That way you can have two cycles at the same time in case you're on the road and you need to swap out. Hit the swap cycles button and it'll swap those cycles. Go back to the beginning. Here's kind of the initial pad where a lot of things pop up. And you can look at a field. You'll have a lot of the regular information, a lot of the stuff that you see in the IFR SUP, and some useful things in here. And you can kind of scroll down and get all the information that way. Another thing you'll see here is the airfield diagram. And that's actually clickable, and so you can go click it and go straight to the airfield diagram without having to do it the other way. You can also open up giant reports by hitting the giant report button, and it will give you the giant report for that field that you can read through. If you click back on to the field's information itself, it'll kind of get you out of that giant report. So going through these top things, you have a moving map that can open up and kind of show you where you are. If you do have an iPad with GPS, a lot of times it'll show you where you are in the world. General will give you a couple options here with the charts, supplements, planning docs, and legend. You go to the charts, Africa always pops up because it's first alphabetically. Then you can go to maps of, say, the CONUS and Route High, and then select which one you want. These charts are pretty good at being able to zoom in and look at things, but you cannot connect them, and I don't know of any way to highlight them. If you go over to the supplements, you can kind of get into the various supplements that you can go through. For example, the US IFR supplement. Planning documents will give you the APs, AP1, AP1B, etc., and General GP. If you go to the legends, you can get the things that are in the front of the terminal books so that you can look at the diagrams and different procedures. Another big thing here in the terminal procedures legend is the expanded minima for circling. So this would be a big one, and it might be a big question on, hey, how do I find this? Well, this is how you do it. You go to General, go to Legend, and you can get into your legend there. You can do a notepad. A lot of people will write craft so they can get their clearance and any other notes that you want to do. And then app management, which is on the top, and then data is the same thing that we talked about earlier with where you can get your cycles. If you go over preferences, you can go to night mode so you can make things a little easier to see, especially at night. And so I'll change everything black. If we go to the main page for the airfield, we can go to different things. APD is your airfield diagram. Sometimes it'll have the hotspots on certain fields. If you go to IAP, you got all your instrument approach procedures. You can just swipe through those, and so that you can get to the different procedures, or if you click on the actual title, it'll show a few of them, and then you can even sort them by type there at the bottom there. If you have a departure procedures and DPW, same. You can either click on the name or swipe through. Same for arrivals, and then takeoff minimums, landing minimums if available. And that is Aero in a nutshell.